So how did it all happen? Tell me how it all happened.
So growing up, I appreciated cars. I thought they were cool to me. Um, you know, my dad passed when I was young. As far as I know, he was never into cars. My brother was into cars. I didn't really have anyone in the family who was into it. Um, reflecting back, my mom always talks about how she used to call me Daredevil and how I could ride my toy Jeep better than my grandpa could. Mind you, he was a little senile, and I don't know why he had a driver's license, but um, I I don't know. I was just like, I love adrenaline. I was kind of an adrenaline junkie, and unfortunately, when my dad passed, it kind of made me realize at a young age that I was going to be on my own. And one of the first major decisions I had to make in life was what car I was going to buy myself because I needed to get around. I needed to go to work. And I took to the internet because I didn't really have that, figure in my life to tell me what it was I should get. And I ended up on the forums. And of course, the internet's going to tell you that you need something bigger than a four-cylinder and rear-wheel drive and a manual. And here I am buying my first car, an Infiniti G35, manual, never having driven stick a day in my life, trying
Really?
to just figure it out as I got home.
How old were you?
Um, I was 16 years old.
And you
Yeah.
put the money together to buy the Infinity.
Uh, so I will say when my father passed, he had started to put aside a little bit of a college fund for me.
Okay.
So I, I used that fund to buy a car.
Okay. All right. Well, you knew where
Yeah.
your passion was, but as you get to the Infinity and buying the Infinity, most people think of buying cars as a transportation piece, but
Right.
not many have the passion for that. Did you already know that you were passionate about this, or did that come after the
I
purchase?
really didn't. When I bought the car, I didn't realize that the passion was what it was, and I had no idea it would take me to where I am today. Um, and I followed the advice of the internet of what the forums were saying that I should get. And like these are race forums, there's people talking about, turbo in their naturally aspirated cars and whatnot. And I just followed the advice of that. And I'm so thankful I did because I fell in love with driving stick. And I think that's kind of what took me to the next level was I wanted to perfect that. I wanted to learn how can I shift quick? What is a no lift shift? How can I rev match heel toe and really perfect it? And then I wanted to perfect driving. There's so much to it. And then right about that time, my mom told me that we were going to be moving to Indiana. And it was going to be my fourth high school at that time.
Where were you moving
And
from?
from LA, California.
Okay. So
And
Indiana,
yeah, so I moved
the
to Indiana.
racing
And
state of America.
yes, sir. I loved it. I didn't know what to expect, and I am so glad that it happened because it. When people ask where I'm from, I really say Indiana because that's where I feel like I learned the most about myself. I realized the things that I love in life. I kind of I'm just so thankful of that. And at the time, I didn't see it like that. I was like, Mom, I'm not moving out there. Like, how could
Fourth
you
high school.
uproot us? Fourth high
Fourth high
school.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. And moved out there, ended up meeting the car community. I met who's still one of my best friends to this day and who was my mentor in the very beginning. His name is Booch. He took me under his wing, and I became a part of a family called B Crew, B for Bloomington, Indiana, and then Crew. And it really helped pull me out of a dark time. So instead of partying on the weekends, we were doing turbo swaps and working on cars. And
Well, and you're in Bloomington, which is 45 minutes south of Indianapolis.
yeah,
So, were you a racing fan? Did you at the time?
at at the time, no. I started building cars before I started racing them.
Okay.
And it wasn't long after that where I started autocrossing the Infinity and just kind of getting into more of the weekend warrior type things. And yeah, I loved it. I met an awesome community, and I was super thankful for that.